Nasfat rejects US report, says Nigerians enjoy religious freedom. The Nasrullah Faith Society, Nasfat, has rejected the US inclusion of Nigeria on the special watch list of countries that have engaged in or tolerated severe violations of religious freedom. Nasfat insisted that many Nigerians have been enjoying religious freedom without hindrance, as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The foremost Islamic organization stated this in a statement by its publicity secretary, Hakim Yusuf. He stated that Boko Haram insurgency cannot be justifiably said to have been targeted at any religion, saying the phenomenon is a special case that defies logical or religious explanations. The unfortunate kidnappings, destructions, and killings by the group cannot be justified under Islamic Sharia or by the teachings of the Noble Quran, the statement said. Nasfat also said the farmers and herders clashes referred to in the US report are unfortunate events occasioned by climate change, rapid urbanization, obsolete agricultural practices underpinned by inadequate land and water resources, but given ethnic and religious correlation by some of selfish gain. The violence and exacerbated by the proliferation of an easy access to arms, polarizing media coverage including fake news on social media, high rates of unemployment, drug use, poverty and inadequate policing and security infrastructure to prevent, detect, address and curb violent crimes, it added. In support of its argument, Nasfat cited its recently held 5th Biennial Conference with the theme Peaceful Coexistence, Panacea for Unity, Growth and Development, saying the event hosted a Catholic priest as one of the panelists. Another highlight of the conference was a walk for peace and harmony with other religious faithful, Nasfat said. The organization insisted that, unlike in other climes where government is using sophisticated surveillance technology to monitor ethnic and religious minorities, Nigeria have unfettered freedom to espouse their beliefs and practice their religious activities while sometimes unwittingly infringing on the rights of others by blocking roads and major highways during religious service. Nasfat admonished the US government not to rely solely on the narratives gathered from the social media and partisan entities in reaching a conclusion on Nigeria. It also charges the Nigerian government to conduct its operations transparently based on the rule of law and within the ambit of the Nigerian constitution. So guys, honestly, this is really it's a serious issue. All the Muslims groups have come out and they're still coming out saying they reject the US report, they do this and that is not fair, blah 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 blah. Whether they reject it or not, so it has nothing to do. This is not Nigerian government. I think those who are saying whether America is the watch list or is the policeman of the world, I'm sure they will be able to tell the stories better when uh the actual thing really starts. But for the fact that they said, they are putting Nigeria on that watch list, they have their reasons. And I think the good news there is that the government said they are going to be meeting with the US government early next year. So they should just wait and let them explain to them what they have seen and how they come about the report. I don't think there's any need for them to be, making some statements, because they say they're just making statements online and all of that. And I don't think I don't understand whether they think this US government is daft. US government is daft that they will just rely on social media. They will rely on some politicians or some people who they think, or that the government think that they are perceived enemies. So US government will now rely on them. Of course, nothing can be ruled out when it comes to that. But these guys are not just like, they are not just like us that just do things, out of sentiment. They must have been on this case for a very long time, because even a lot of people are now coming out, even the so-called Christians are coming out. That why is it that it is now they are coming out to say to talk about the religious intolerance and all of that, that people have been crying, people have been saying a lot of things before now. They never said anything. Why is it that they are now coming out now to to come and affirm what they have been saying. You know, some Christians are even saying such things. So, like I said, they must have been doing their investigation for a very long time. That is not a to say that maybe, oh, they are now relying on social media or they are doing this. It goes beyond that. It really, really goes beyond that. So these guys are not really daft. They are not daft, and they don't operate the way we operate, because the way we operate in this country is not the way normal human beings really operate, because everything is upside down in this country. Everything is upside down. Whatever you say, they will tell you, oh, because you are this, oh, because you are that, because you are this. They are different, or they are foreign bodies. They if not, they would have like, oh, they are, because Buhari has blocked the loopholes, because Nigeria is the, has a plenty money, or the Nigeria is the richest country in the whole world. So because of that, Buhari has been able to block all the loopholes that all these corrupt people are tapping from, or they are taking money from. They will be saying, they would have said that. So telling, I think it's a less on the side of the US for you to be telling them that they should not rely on social media. Who does that? A government will not be relying on social media. They will not do their findings. I think they are relegating these people the more, the government the more. But they should just wait. When that time comes, the government said they are going to meet with them, and they will explain to them how they came about adding Nigeria into that list. They will explain. And I'm sure when that time comes, we'll all be witnesses to the reports as well. So they should just hold on and just let's the meeting, let it come up, and let's see what will come out of the whole thing at the end of the day. And also, these people are not coming out when the same, and they stylishly try to advise government that the government should, charging the government to conduct its operation transparently based on the rule of law. All this while they never said anything when the government, when the president, the presidency, the DSS, all of them, they are disobeying court order. They didn't come out. Everybody kept quiet. Can you see how hypocritical we all are in this country? They all kept quiet. Nobody said anything. They just kept quiet. They were like, no, it is okay. Even when this man came out, I think they should be able to ask themselves this pertinent question. When the CJN, a public officer, came out and be saying he is proposing, or he wants Sharia to be included, to be implemented fully in our constitution, what does that tell you? It is this Murik that came out and started saying, oh, they support, and most of them coming out, they supported the CJN for saying that. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Is that even that singular statement, that singular submission, even from the CGN, is enough to even say, no, these people, there's something, even with what they have been investigating on their research and what they have been hearing, here and there. Really, that statement from the CGN really confirms everything, that these people, they are going somewhere. They all supported it. Nobody said it. They all supported it. Now they are adding your name, Nigerian name, inside that list now, in the watch list. Everybody is coming out to say, oh, they are not correct. They are rejecting it. Just like I said, whether you reject it, whether you accept it, it makes no difference. And you cannot question them. The highest you can do is just to have a meeting with them and ask them questions. If they are going to even explain. Of course, they're going to give them listening here to tell them how they came about, that report. So they should just stop all of this. A lot of things that have been going on wrong in this country, because when it comes to their people, oh, it is my person. When it comes to my tribe person, oh, I just have to maintain. I just have to cover the person up. I don't have to speak against that person. We have to cover ourselves up. That is what is killing us in this country. When somebody does something that is wrong, let's tell the person, no, this is not right. Now they are stylishly telling the government to conduct its operations transparently. Why are they not saying it now? When everybody was shouting, when everybody was saying all manner of things, complaining about what the government has been doing, they never said anything. They never said anything. Femi Additional will say, oh, the people who are making noise, he called them that, he terms them as noise makers, that they are less than 100% or 100,000 people, and they are just on this social media. So when now that the social media they are talking about, when people, caliber of countries started talking, coming to tell the government what they are doing is not right, or they should do the needful, Now nobody said anything. The next thing they say they should stop poking nose into Nigeria affair. They should stop all of that. They are not answerable. Nigeria is not answerable to them. Who made them the police of the world? You can imagine. So the good news is that the government is going to meet with the US government to tell them how they came about that report. They will be able to explain to them. We know what is happening in this country, but just that we are always, keeping quiet. We don't want to say things because it's affecting our person. It's affecting our person. But if it affects other people, yes, I will want to talk or will want to say anything. And that's why I always give kudos to P0RT. I always give kudos to him, because all the people who have been doing wrong things before now, in one way or the other, he's always coming out to condemn them. It's not as if, oh, because he supported this government. Did he actually even support anybody? He was just complaining about what was happening there. Then, and now people are saying, oh, you supported this person. Now you see, say, okay, let's assume that he even supported this present government. So because he supported the present government, so he should not talk. Even if he had kept quiet, they would have still said something about him. Oh, can you see? They cannot say anything. He can't say anything now. Now then he was condemning the past administration. Now this administration now that has come, doing worse things than what we were experiencing there, he cannot say anything. The same people will still come for him. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? So this country, when people see that their own person is doing the wrong thing, they will not want to condemn the person. But, God help the person that the person is not from their side. They will start saying, they will start talking. And the question I always ask is that the people that are complaining about this present administration, what of if somebody who is your person comes in and begins to do wrong things? Will you still be able to condemn the person? That is what we are talking about. Because a lot of people who were supporting Good Luck Jonathan then, they were supporting, and everybody they knew quite all right that things were not really working well. There were some things that they were doing that, that people never liked, and it was affecting the masses. Then those ones, because they are supporters of that government, they didn't say anything. Say, no, don't say anything, don't say anything. But now the same thing, even worse things are happening now they are talking. And the people who were criticizing Jonathan then, now worse things are happening now, they are not saying anything. So what are we talking about? So we are known for that until we all change our ways before things will begin to move forward in this country. So just like the Nasfat has said, they said they reject a US report. I say whether they reject it or they don't reject it, the deed has been done. They've already made their conclusion. And if the government goes and meets with them, have a meeting with them, if they tell them the reason why Nigeria is in that list, good and fine. They should be able to resolve that out. But what people are saying now is that the government should do the needful and adjust their ways. So guys, that's my opinion. Leave your comments below in the comment section and let's hear from you.